Oscar Piastri is officially going to McLaren, and after FP1 and FP2, both Mercedes and Ferrari are looking a bit stronger going into this weekend. Welcome to the Lights Out Podcast. I'm Nick, joined with Brian as usual.
Let's get right into it. So we are into race 2 of the doubleheader. This weekend we are at Zandvoort in the Netherlands, and it has already become quite an interesting weekend. Just getting into it right away, we've had FP1, FP2, which has been a Mercedes 1-2 followed by Ferrari 1-2. And then let's just start with, the big news of Oscar Piastri is officially going to be driving for McLaren next year.
Yep, it's finally official. Oscar is joining McLaren, something we all kind of knew for a little while now that was going to happen, and today it was official. McLaren came out, released a statement. Their team principal Andreas did, and then also Oscar had a little video on Twitter, Instagram, whatever platform you watched it on, saying how he was excited to join the team and push the team forward and join the Papaya squad. So, yeah, it's interesting. That cookie kind of finally started to crumble here, and now we'll just wait to see where Daniel Ricciardo goes, see who fills the spot at Alpine. Rumors are that it's going to be Pierre Gasly, which would then leave an open spot at AlphaTauri. So yeah, it's just going to be kind of a shake-up here in the next few weeks and months, I think. So.
Well, the whole Piastri thing is interesting. Everyone's like, oh, it's pretty obvious where he's going. But I mean, Otmar was. He sounded like he was convinced. No, we're not like contract was set, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But at the same time, I don't think he was around when Piastri signed that contract.
So I almost wonder if the old boss had Alpine. Because I think this is Otmar's first year there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I almost wondered if that contract was kind of messed up in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And Piastri kind of saw it out. Maybe like the new leadership. And McLaren looks nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. Like you said, maybe Piastri just didn't want to be there. It's interesting though. Just the last couple of months now, this last month or two, have just been kind of interesting, and it's finally over, I guess, so we can move forward. But you kind of wonder what went wrong behind the scenes there at Alpine. I don't know. I felt like Oscar was probably always a lock to be at Alpine, and I think Otmar was pretty confident too that he was going to be a lock at Alpine. And going to the court, settlement case, whatever they had, they still, Otmar was until yesterday probably even, was pretty confident that they were going to retain him. And they're hoping for probably a McLaren buyout or something like that for, some money or something. But yeah, it all went McLaren's way. So
I'm curious to see. Maybe this was just a worst case scenario, and we'll see if it happens. But I almost wonder if Piastri is going to get almost a bad rap from some of the bigger teams from this.
Yeah.
Because he's been an Alpine junior driver for a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
They helped pave his way all the way up. They were telling him, we're going to get you racing by next season during this year and whatnot. And then now he's quite happily
McLaren.
and quite eagerly, honestly, leaving the team. So
yeah.
I don't know if there's something wrong with the team or if he's just thinking McLaren looks better right now.
He thinks McLaren's long-term view is better.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall in those Alpine team meetings and stuff like that right now. I don't know. It feels like it's just all kind of gone downhill for that team. But this could also be a good thing for them. They kind of get a fresh start with rumored to be Pierre Gasly is who they're really, really hoping for. Ocon wants Mick Schumacher. It could be anyone, honestly, at this point.
I think it's Gasly.
Yeah,
I think it's Gasly.
Yeah, it probably is Gasly. It's probably a lock there.
But Schumacher, but he's openly said he's not going to walk into the boss's room and say, hey, I really want Schumacher.
Mm-hmm.
He knows it's not really his decision, and best to let the guys in charge make that decision. But what's interesting about that is there's rumors that Schumacher could actually be going to AlphaTauri, taking Gasly's seat. Because if Gasly leaves, AlphaTauri has no signed drivers yet. Let's quickly go over. Tsunoda has not signed yet.
And he could easily be gone too. That could be 2 spots there. But anyways.
And then Guan Yu Zhou, or Zhou Guan Yu, he still has not re-signed yet.
Bottas has started to push that a little bit more. It sounds like he wants Zhou in there again. Latifi still hasn't signed.
There are reports, so I think it's looking more like Latifi might stay. I don't know. There was another report that came out today where they interviewed Latifi, and he said that he knows what he has to do. I think we all know what he has to do. He has to probably finish P10 at least once or get close to it. Like Silverstone P12, and he might be here for next year. But after that, it's toss up for Williams. But
I mean, it sounds like it's pretty much guaranteed Mick is not going to be at Haas next year.
Yeah, I think he's on his way out.
A couple good showings.
I mean,
AlphaTauri. Liam Lawson's probably their next junior driver.
Yep.
And maybe not. I don't know. I'm not. I don't think Lawson's that spectacular talent.
Logan
Sargent's his teammate this year, in my opinion, outperforming him. Maybe there's some American bias there. I don't think Lawson is going to be the next big thing. I take Mick Schumacher over Lawson every day of the week right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's interesting.
That seat's going to be interesting.
Ricardo might be going to Mercedes as a reserve driver.
Maybe there's reports of that
next year when Lewis were to retire.
Wouldn't that be something? Danny Rick doesn't necessarily leave F1, doesn't necessarily stay in F1, just kind of a reserve driver, but Lewis Hamilton gives it one more go, and then Daniel Ricciardo fills his shoes, and maybe Daniel Ricciardo gets his long-coveted championship. I think that would be kind of, it'd all kind of come full circle for him. Granted, it would be on the opposite team, like one of the biggest rivals of Red Bull, but at least, he'd get it done. He'd get a chance to get it done. So that'd be kind of a cool way to see him end his career. That's 2, 3, 4 years away from now anyways, though, but yeah.
And if we shift to this weekend, practices are already underway. Been going. There's been some interesting stuff. Sonoda, as we were saying, he doesn't have a contract. He had a little trip into the gravel out of the red flag and FP2. So other than that, I think it's been a pretty clean weekend so far. There's been a lot of crashes actually in the younger categories with the bank corners and whatnot, losing the rears. But F1 itself, I think the only issue we had was Max's gearbox.
Yeah, and FP1, he's 7 laps in his gearbox. Like I don't know if it failed, but just something didn't work on it, and he had to retire from the session. But he's back in FP2. So they must have solved it. So.
But Red Bull,
granted, it's just practice. Red Bull hasn't looked like they've had a lot of pace today.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. They're probably just tinkering with their setups and trying to get a feel for the track again and trying to get a feel for the weekend and how everything's gonna play out. But yeah, Checo being he was like P16 at one point, like P12. It's practice, but it's just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of unusual to see him that far down there, down the line there. And same with Max, he was like P6 at some point. But granted, he also had that issue, so maybe he was just testing out, FP2, making sure everything's still good to go. So it's not really an issue that I'd look too much into, but it is interesting.
Well, and I think, like I said last week, I think Belgium was a bit of an extreme. Just because of how well it played to Verstappen in Red Bull. I think both Ferrari and Mercedes are looking a lot better this weekend, a lot more confident. I think honestly, I think Ferrari have a good shot at a win, getting the win this weekend, getting something going again. I mean,
a podium should be the bare minimum this weekend. And if anything less than a podium, then it's been the same thing all year long. There's gonna be a lot of questions asked again. I think they have to. It's like put up or shut up. If whether or not they're in the championship standing, running for either constructor or drivers, just throw that out the window at this point. They need to have a strong end of the season. It needs to happen. It's no more. Oh well, we'll fix it. No, there's no time to. Oh well, we'll fix it. That was 2 or 3 races ago.
Pushing through.
You need to just put up or shut up at this point. So.
Well, Mercedes, they're looking stronger. I still don't think they have the raw pace.
We'll find out tomorrow on Sunday. But I think it's going to be Ferrari and Red Bull right behind them, trying to get past. And I think Mercedes could maybe come into play if they can stick with them at the start, or if there's some strategy things, whether it's good Mercedes or bad Red Bull or Ferrari. There could be some safety cars, whatever. Zandvoort's not necessarily an easy track to pass on. So it's going to be
a lot of twisty turns, and it's a narrower track, and
Well, and it actually will be quite fun to watch this year. Last year there was actually more than expected amount of overtakes. So hopefully with these new cars, we can see some more passing, some more wheel-to-wheel action.
Yeah.
But it's not going to suit the Red Bulls as much because there's no long straights.
Yeah.
If you want a Red Bull Master Class, wait till next weekend.
Yeah, the Monza will suit them perfectly. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of the weekend plays out here. FP3 qualifying and the race. So we'll see. Ferrari does look stronger this weekend. Last weekend the track wasn't really, their best, setup wise for the car. It wasn't the best track to be a Ferrari driver on, but I still think they kind of underperformed a little bit. Even though Carlos did get podium, I don't know. I just feel like there was points to be had and just didn't capitalize. So we'll see if they can get a 1-2 this weekend, or a 2-3, something like that, or 3-4, something where they're getting match system points again. Yeah, anything at this point, I think will benefit Ferrari. So
I'm not worried about Ferrari right now. I think they just need to get a track and they need to get their feel out of them.
Let's hope Sainz. I think Sainz was having issues with his car last weekend. Hopefully that doesn't happen this weekend. I'd like to see a nice smooth racing for all the teams, and we're getting closer to the end of the season. Triple header here, so it's
race 15 of 22. It's gone really fast.
The pressure's just mounting for all the drivers. There's so many drivers without seats. There's so many shakeups that are still happening. People need results, and I think we're going to see some really good racing. Schumacher, he needs to beat Magnussen and try and get the points again. Tsunoda, he's not been having the greatest year.
He hasn't. He's
he's really the only Japanese driver available for Red Bull, and Honda wants someone in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily think he's not going anywhere. I think he'll probably resign. But he's got to at least show, hey, I can do this. He's been playing some bad luck and some spins and whatever.
Yeah.
Gasly, I think, is just trying to say, hey, Alpine, look at me.
Yeah.
Ricardo, he was having some issues with his car in FP2, but man, he is in the hot seat right now because he's not been the strongest over the last year. So I think this weekend, next weekend, especially as we get farther on the season, this is really the prime time to put out your resume if you're a driver.
Because show what you got.
Now that Piastri's confirmed at McLaren, there's going to be a whole lot of pieces clicking into place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just going to keep crumbling. It's going to be a snowball effect now, I think, now that he's finally confirmed. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It could be a lot of shakeups. It could be little shakeups. It could be some surprising shakeups still. There's a long ways to go still. So, yeah, there's still a long ways to go.
Seven races we have till the end of November. So basically 3 months.
Yep.
Most teams, it's pretty rare to go into Abu Dhabi and not have your driver lineup set. Because you're going to want some postseason testing right away.
Exactly, yep, to testing and everything.
So I could see the grid solidified by the U.S. Grand Prix.
Yeah,
by the time
October
21st is when that weekend starts.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if
maybe
everyone is not signed by then.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one or two. Well, I think Latifi signs a one-year deal, so Williams can get Sargent in after next season.
Yeah.
But that's going to be some lots of talking going forward on all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see something about Colton Herta too, about him. He was being looked at as an option for AlphaTauri, but he might not even be able to be signed, I guess, because his super license, since he's an IndyCar and like all his points and it's just he has.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry that he just he's like a couple points short or something like that, and the FIA or whatever F1 have to like waive his points and to get him to sign and stuff like that. So yeah, he was looked at, but I don't know if he's going to be an option for him.
So he's done some testing, so he's getting his hours in an actual F1 car. But I believe in order for him to qualify for next season, he needs to take third in IndyCar.
It's the same thing with Pato O'Ward and Alex Palou, who are both McLaren drivers now. They all need to be like some of the. I think they have to be like top 2 to 3, basically in order to get basically the super license. You need X amount of points in single seater series.
Sorry.
So you have to. That's determined. You get first place gets X amount, second place gets X amount, etc. And then you have to get a certain number of hours tested in an actual F1 car, I believe. So I think all of them are kind of getting their tests done. It's just I think the earliest we'll see them is 2024.
Yeah.
Unless I mean maybe they pull something, but I think Herta's in like 9th place and Palos in 6th or 7th. Same thing.
Yeah.
They're all between like 4th, 5th, and 9th. So there's a chance, but I don't think that'll happen this year.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then looking forward to this weekend. I want to say I haven't looked too closely at the weather, but it seemed like it was a nice day during FP2 when I was watching some of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep it dry there.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be. I think I saw the forecast said like fair and calm or fair and dry or something like that this weekend. So it should be a fairly good weekend of racing.
I'm looking forward to seeing McLaren. They were looking like they were up there.
Yeah, they did look kind of strong. I thought Lando was like P4 at one point. Ricardo was like P7, P10, somewhere in there. Like they were both doing. They're both, again, granted it's practice. It doesn't mean anything really at the end of the day. Qualifying in the race is what matters the most. But just to see them kind of up there and like it kind of is like a preview of the qualifying the weekend to come too. Is when the cars that are in practice are up there.
Yeah.
So at least you can see that they have some pace or something, Yeah.
And then Ricardo was 5th, and then he dropped down to 10th in FP2 because he had that issue, I think.
Yeah.
The red flag. But no, I mean they've been looking a lot better there.
Mm-hmm.
They've been looking at least on par, if not, in my opinion, faster than the Alpines, which is what they do right now.
Mm-hmm.
They have to.
Yeah, they need a string of races.
Lead. I think this is the race. I think Alpine has better straight line speed. So next weekend is going to be an Alpine track. So if you're McLaren, you got to maximize your points right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good track for them to get some good haul points and cut the deficit a little bit. So.
Yep. And we'll see how AlphaTauri does this weekend. Obviously, they had points last weekend, but that Honda powertrain. We'll see how it last year. I don't think Alfa Romeo. I don't think they've been having too great. They've been towards the bottom of both sessions.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting one. Same thing with Williams. Williams was expecting anything this weekend.
Yeah. This is just not really their track. I saw that interview too with Latifi and Albon. Those guys last weekend was a pretty good track for them because they got actually a pretty quick car.
They've got
a fast car. They got a quick car. And then it's just this track is not, just kind of like Red Bull. It's not straight. They don't have a lot of straights here, so it's very high downforce track, and there's just something Williams doesn't really have right now. So
I would say for the midfield, the teams that need that this weekend are going to really need points is I think Haas. You got to get back in the points this weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is. I mean, hopefully, this is more of a Ferrari track, which I know it doesn't really. Obviously, Alfa Romeo is not doing the greatest right now, but. Haas, you said that Belgium wasn't great for you. This is a very different track to Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
Put some points on the board. Try and get at least one car near the points.
Yeah.
They've been having a string of just bad results.
Yeah, Kevin Magnussen's been having a terrible. Well, I can't really say terrible second half of the year because it's the second race. But I don't know. The last couple of races going into the break, and then now the first race after the break is just. And today during practice, he wasn't showing really anything much. Like I don't know what's been going on with him. But Haas in general too. They're just been kind of in a rut right now. So
they've fallen off. Haas and McLaren, I think those two teams are going to be taking a better step forward this weekend. Maybe points for them. We'll see. Obviously, Alpine's trying to retain where they were in that fourth place. Really, they're still solidifying it. I think if they can beat McLaren again this weekend, I would be quite worried if I was McLaren.
Yeah.
And then
Ferrari and Red Bull. Yep. And then Aston Martin too. So they've been in Hall of Points the last couple of races too. So they've been doing really well.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this is really a track suited for them, but we'll see. Seems like Stroll and Vettel somehow just keep finding ways to get like P10 though. Honestly, I don't know. And Vettel last race. So
Sunday car for that midfield.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But so I wouldn't be surprised to see at least Vettel P10 range.
One of them.
Stroll very close, yeah. So
they've been kind of consistent there, haven't they?
Yep, they have been.
Wouldn't you think suit them? They somehow just sneak their way in.
Yep.
So we'll have to see how that Alfa Romeo, they've been having a rough, second two-thirds of the year?
Yeah, they started off so hot, and everyone's, myself, I thought really that they were going to have a great year, and Joe started off pretty well. That guy was driving like a Hall of Fame. Like that, I mean, he was looking, in an Alfa Romeo to do what he was doing was pretty crazy, but he has taken a sharp drop off. And maybe it's just how the car has been developed over the season. Maybe they got something wrong. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of sad to see them kind of fall off. But
fun to see if they can get it back, though.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much it. So I'd say, in my opinion, teams to look out for is Ferrari coming back, McLaren, and then I'd like to think Haas. But
yeah,
we'll see. I'm also curious to see how that Mercedes pace is compared to the Red Bulls. Once the Red Bulls kind of unlock their car.
Yeah, exactly. Like when it matters the most, like qualifying. FP3 probably tomorrow. We'll see what they really got, leading into qualifying. So we'll see how close Mercedes really is tomorrow. Once FP3 starts going.
We'll have to see the two Ferraris, how they're doing.
Yeah.
They've been very close throughout practices.
Yeah, I think Charles only finished 2,000s ahead of
4,000.
Yep. 4,000. Like very, 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 very close. So
and Sainz beat him in P1.
Yeah.
2/10 or something like that.
3/10. Yeah.
So again, it's practice. So the engines are turned down or whatever. No one's going all out. But
exactly.
I think that'll be fun to watch. I think it'll be good to see Lewis Hamilton actually racing around again.
Hopefully he can
doesn't
have a race. Yeah.
So seems like those two are getting fine. I think that whole drama between them with the radio messages was completely out of proportion.
Yeah, it was just heat of the moment. I think it wasn't really all that. It was very good drama, very good news to kind of gravitate towards, but it wasn't really. Yeah, I don't think they actually hate each other. They're both kind of just mad, which is understandable.
It was drama, just more drama they want for F1.
Yeah, for the Drive to Survive Season 5.
Well, they're finding lots. They're finding lots.
Oh yeah, there's tons. I bet 3 or 4 episodes next year are going to be pretty juicy.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know about
the Ferrari situation, Oscar Piastri situation, Fernando Alonso situation. Those are all going to be great. The Vettel retirement, that's got to be an episode itself. Probably all one by himself. So we'll see.
Compared to last year, you have Ferrari McLaren was a really good battle. And then Red Bull Mercedes obviously was all people talked about. But this year, I feel like we're getting more.
It is a little more diverse, I think. I don't know.
I think people really haven't realized how much has actually been going on up and down the grid. With Aston Martin, they were terrible. Williams and Haas, every team this year has scored points, has shown flashes of taking the next step.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or
I agree.
Regressing back, which is it'll be an interesting end of the weekend. Let's quickly get what are your predictions for this weekend's race?
Predictions this weekend's race are Ferrari 1-2 and a Red Bull podium, probably Max. I don't see Checo getting a podium this weekend, but I could see Max getting one. And if Max doesn't get third, then I would say Lewis Hamilton sneaks in there, and I think George Russell keeps this string of P4, P5s alive somewhere in there. He'll fall in there somewhere. So yeah, I don't know. Ferrari 1-2. I don't know if it would be Leclerc or Sainz. I could see Leclerc winning. I could easily see Sainz winning it. I'm a Leclerc fan though, so I'll probably pick Charles to win it this weekend. But I think Ferrari 1-2, and if they don't, I think podium. At least one of the drivers has to be podium. If not, it's just another wasted weekend. So yeah, that's my prediction.
Okay. Any just quick guesses for the midfield, just for fun?
Midfield, I'd say I think Lando Norris has a great weekend. I think he's probably in the top. Last weekend wasn't really the best weekend for him. I'd say top 10, but that's so broad. I'm gonna go Lando Norris P6 or 7. I think he's gonna have a really good finish. I'd say Daniel Ricciardo either P10 or P11 range. And then Vettel I think finds a way in there. Ocon I think continues his good run. I think Gasly will be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Well, for me, midfield, I think points-wise, I think Schumacher's going to sneak in there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a little bit more of a hope, but
I
think he can sneak in the points.
I think at least one of the McLaren and at least one of the Alpines is going to be scoring points this weekend. That's going to be a good battle on track. Mercedes, I think they'll be double points. Podium, though, I'm going to go... It didn't work out last weekend. I mean, it did because Max won. It's always fun to see. It was a fun drive to watch. But I'm going to go Sainz winning this weekend. I'm going to predict it again. I'm going to go Sainz, Max, Leclerc. I think Ferrari's got the pace, but I just don't think Leclerc is going to be all there, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we'll see. Maybe Max will throw Tara off again.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. He's been kind of unlucky, so.
We'll see.
I don't know.
I'm going to go Sainz, Max,
Leclerc. I don't think the Red Bull has the pace, but I think that Max Leclerc battle's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think Max still finds a way to get that car in podium. There's no way he doesn't.
And I think Sainz is due for another win. He's driving
very, very, very well. Yeah, he is.
Let him drive the Hertz Ferrari. Let him go.
Yeah, I know.
Let him do his thing.
Fix your floor.
Yeah. So last weekend, you aced the podium.
No.
We'll see. I had the right people on the podium, but
wrong
order.
Yeah.
So, you will see you won that weekend of the predictions. So hopefully I can get you back on it here.
Yeah.
Get Sainz. If you're listening, you need to win.
Yeah.
But if you
I think he'll have a good weekend.
Sure
Yeah, I think he'll have a great weekend. I could see him easily winning. He's just been driving out of his mind, so we'll see. I would like a Charles win. I think he could use one, but I think in Ferrari in general, I'm not even going to be a fanboy of either driver. I think it's just as a team, it would be nice to see them get a 1-2. I wouldn't care at all who wins, honestly. It's just 1-2 or a 2-3 or something like that. Just both of them in the top 3 would be very nice to see.
Again, we'll have to see if Hamilton can get one. He has yet to have a season without a win.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. So I think he's still going to somehow sneak in there, whether it's like a safety car or an accident or maybe a Charles crash or Sainz mechanical DNF or a Verstappen. I wouldn't say crash, but probably, something weird. Yeah, that'd be kind of funny, so. Yeah.
So that's all we have time for today. We will probably not be doing a qualifying review this weekend just because some out-of-studio stuff like that. But it should be a good weekend. I think this is going to be a thrilling race. Qualifying's going to be interesting. If it can stay dry, I think we're going to have plenty of overtakes. And we will see you guys probably on Monday with our race review. So thank you everyone for watching. See you soon.